Get the out of
Wait,
here.
what did I do? What did I
You
do?
know what? Bring me a phone.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
You know what?
Why continue to engage in this interaction at this point? Hey guys, Tanner Sewell here. We're gonna be doing something a little different today. I'm gonna be reacting in real time to some door-to-door videos on TikTok. I have not seen these videos before, so I have not already watched them. I have no idea what I'm about to watch, but I'm just gonna be reacting in real time and share with you like what I think is working, not working, good, bad, and different. You know, as someone that's, you know, closes over 2.5 million in door-to-door residential roofing sales annually. Looking forward to seeing what the guys have for me today.
What's up? Oh, not too much. I'm Mike Shelton. I take it you're the homeowner. Cool. I'm probably going to be helping out Matt.
That's good. That's a great way to qualify who's at the door. Is he says, I take it you're the homeowner.
Out Maddie, and then
I probably would have paused that. Take it you're the homeowner here. Let him respond.
neighbors. Just like pest control. Everyone's seen, you know, ticks, spiders, ants, paper wasp. What have you guys been seeing?
The body language, it doesn't look like he really wants to be there. The way he's got his feet crossed is a little interesting.
We're not interested. Oh, it's all good. Well, if you ever do need a hand, you know, what I could be doing for everyone out here is I'm going to be treating their lawns for the ticks. Okay. And I'm not picking on it. Everybody's getting the wasps up top.
Oh, yeah, we have those.
Yeah, I knock them down and then I get rid of
One thing that you can do there, I've never sold Pest in my life, but this guy's like, now he's using his body and he's pointing. If he can get her outside and show her, they might be inclined to take ownership over a problem if they have one.
cobwebs too, but the thing is they put like this dust up there. Keeps them from coming back the whole year.
I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just trying to...
Oh, she is outside. She's doing yard work. She's preoccupied. I see her between those two things. She's doing something. She's in the middle of something right now.
I'm with my husband in the backyard, and I don't have to talk to him.
I get it. It's all
I'm
good.
not interested.
Well, I just thought you might be worried, you know.
She literally told him, this is my quiet time. I'm gardening right now. Leave me alone.
Ticks and stuff like that.
I'm really trying to be kind, but I'm not...
Maybe what you could do here, because that's tough. I mean, you can't control that. The homeowner's out here doing gardening. She's doing her thing. Any objection if I speak to your husband? You know, any objection if I talk to your husband about this?
Okay. Gotcha. Well, you have a good one.
You too.
It didn't really do anything. Like, I know the thing that says like poor salesman got too pushy. I don't think he got too pushy. I just think the homeowner was not ready to talk about this. She's preoccupied, and it's a variable that he can't really control in that moment. You know, that one's tough. I don't necessarily think he did anything wrong, but the circumstances surrounding it, like she did not want to talk to anybody today. The husband was in the backyard. Maybe he could have pivoted to him. Maybe he could have been like, hey, when is a better time to circle up? Something like that.
Okay. Scheduling appointments for net metering applications. It's basically utility costs are going up. I'm the guy that helps reduce them. If you guys like paying Rocky Mountain Power and Dominion tons of money, I'd say just kick me off the door.
We're going to have to pay them anyway.
Yes, but there's a program where basically part of the Inflation Reduction Act, I don't agree with it, but they're taking 15% of homes to pump solar power back onto the grid. The only place I'd put the panels is on the front right here. Nothing in the back. They can't afford costs
That'll
to go
be all right.
inflation.
I know.
Okay.
We can't afford anything, brother.
I know. Well, what are you going to do when your bill's about $300-400 a month?
It's already there.
Well, what are you doing when it's $800 then? Because that's what it's going to be.
I got 3 generators.
You're going to be toast, man. You're living on candles. You either put these ugly panels on the roof or you turn on the candles.
Well, I'll turn the candles on.
Love it.
Thanks.
Hey, see ya.
Dude's super confident. He's kind of getting right to the point, asking the guy some pretty like rhetorical questions. Kind of, that's a pretty pushy pitch there. He kind of cut straight to the point on it, but the guy definitely projected his voice, had his clipboard, had his talking points down. But the guy's objection was, I can't afford anything right now. I don't know how well that objection was necessarily like isolated, but the guy definitely projects well.
You own or rent?
I own.
You own? Okay, don't worry, you're not in trouble.
Okay, so what you selling?
I don't sell. I just basically take appointments to see if people get qualified. You probably know what solar is, right?
I'm not interested in solar.
Yeah, I know. That's why I do this. Solar requires a $15,000 battery. I'm on your side. Net metering is the government working with utilities saying, hey, we're done. We're putting up panels on homes and we're pumping power onto the grid. They'll lock in the rate. So instead of you paying the utility, they'll say, hey, you pay for this, but it's locked in. I always say, hey, if you know what inflation is,
Right.
That's why people do this. Nobody wants panels on the roof. Everybody hates that, right?
You want to put solar on the house?
I don't want to do anything. I'm not paying your bill. Totally get it, Ron.
That's a lot of information. That is a lot of stuff in a very short, condensed period of time. Again, I don't know a lot about solar. That's a lot of information, man. That's a lot to digest in a 30-second interaction.
Hi, how you doing, man?
I'm not interested.
I know. We'll be super quick. Man, I know.
Sam Taggart. Gotta love Sam, dude. Sam is a dog. And she just comes right out of the gate. We're not interested.
We're not selling anything, man.
God, that's why I love Sam. Look at that. She shuts the door. Her body language at the door is like, get out of here. I'm not interested. Sam's super respectful always, and then knocks the door again.
You are making my dogs go nuts. I said I'm not interested.
We're not selling anything,
I
man.
don't care. I'm not interested.
I know, but it's not like we're selling
I
anything.
don't care. I just said I'm not interested. So leave.
Okay.
What do you do? I mean, look at that. If anything, if you're a door-to-door guy watching this right now, that's Sam Taggart. Sam Taggart is an animal. He's one of the best in the country. This is a condition. This lady just says, I want you to leave. Did Sam do anything wrong? No. But if anything, if you're a door-to-door guy watching this, you should realize, like, even Sam Taggart gets the door shut in his face. And Sam Taggart is, like, the best of the best. So, hey, everybody runs into that.
You're good? You're not going to leave?
I mean, I'm just gonna do my job, right?
Your job is to get off my property.
100%.
Right, so get off.
It's a public road.
That is not public.
This road is.
That's right, so go.
Why continue to engage in this interaction at this point? What are you trying to accomplish? She literally just told you to leave. There's no point in interacting and engaging with a customer or potential customer or a homeowner that's like telling you to leave the property. It's over. On to the next.
Off my property.
Why are you so mad? Hey, just remember this.
Because you're being a
Hey, no, I'm
You're
saying.
harassing
He is.
people.
He is.
And you're trying to make a living by harassing people.
Who?
Me.
He's not trying to make a living by harassing people, but that's her perception of the situation. He needs to now walk away.
Well, I'm sorry.
My son.
Just remember
We've
this.
walk
asked
away
you to
30
leave,
seconds
and
ago.
you're being a disrespectful piece of shit, is what you're being.
Hey,
And why don't you go
it's-
find a real job rather than
I make more money than
abusing
you.
people?
I make more money than you.
You do not. I'm a f***ing surgeon. You do not. You do not.
Do too.
I know how much you guys make. And you
Don't.
make great money, but you don't make more than me.
I make
okay?
$15 an hour.
You don't make more money than I do.
Do.
I'm a f***ing surgeon.
Do too.
Okay.
Hey, remember this.
You know what?
Just remember
Leave.
this. Remember this. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
And you're not. And that's
too.
why we're having this, because you've come to my home and you're harassing me.
Whoa, who's harassing who?
You get the f*** out of
Wait,
here.
what did I do? What did I
You
do?
know what? Bring me a phone.
What did I do?
I'm going to call the police.
Hey,
Just
you have
leave.
a blessed rest of your day. I'm
know
super
what?
sorry, whatever's going on with your life. In through the nose, out through the mouth.
You know what? You're an ass.
See, dude, now you are actually like, you're being a dick. You're being a dick. Just leave. It's a condition. Just leave.
I'm not interested.
No, I totally get it. Wouldn't expect you to be interested in it. How long have you lived here if you don't?
That's a great line, because you hear that a lot. Like, I'm not interested. I'm not expecting you to do anything today. I'm not expecting you to be interested. Agree with them, because you're not.
Mind me asking? 11 years. So 11 years ago when you first came here and maybe you went out to your mailbox to get your first electric bill, it probably wasn't as much as it is right now unless you had a bunch of people move out of your house though, right? That's really our goal, is to make it so that
After something like that, what I'm seeing in a lot of these is like they're not really giving the homeowner a chance to engage in a conversation, a two-way interaction. And I think if a door-to-door sales guy finds themselves doing 90, even 80% of the talking, especially within that hook phase, like you could be talking to a brick wall. You have to gauge and see, like, are they willing to engage you back? And he asked this homeowner a question, didn't really give him an opportunity to respond.
Denver does go up because we all know inflation's real, right? And so obviously if we could have come here 11 years ago and got your gas locked in at $1 a gallon, you would have done it, right? So what our goal is to do is to get your rates locked in and help your home be more energy conservative by going solar. So obviously you're getting crushed by sun a lot. And so I do think it'd be a good fit for you as long as you guys are paying over $50 a month. Do you know about what the average utility bill is, would you say? 140? So 140 times 12 months, you're giving the utility company maybe like $1,300, $1,400 a year, give or take. over the last 11 years, you've probably donated like, I don't know, $15,000 to the utility company. So what our job to do is to just really just show you guys exactly what that number would look like if you were able to qualify for it. But it's super, super simple. It's just instead of you giving that money to the utility company every single month, you would redirect it back into the value of your house. Once the panels are paid off, you're getting free power to the home.
He stayed in the pocket. He stayed in the pocket. He stayed in the pocket. I'm just really curious to see like what after she said I'm not interested and he's asking her a bunch of questions. That's the dance. That's the balance, is like giving them the space to kind of respond so it becomes a conversation and not a sales pitch. And that's the delicate balance of when you're opening in that hook of taking it from a sales pitch to a conversation.
Nobody kind of explained to you the energy reduction packages that they offer with the solar, or?
They're gonna give me a new roof?
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in like how you present yourself at the door is everything. I think like having a quote unquote, like I don't want to call it an official uniform, but like your uniform, how you present, how you bring yourself to the door is going to make a massive, massive difference in that first split second when they see you. This guy looks like he's just coming out of like just walking. This guy's a solar rep. He doesn't look like a solar rep.
And then you don't pay a cent out of pocket. It's just a bill that replaces your current Duke Energy bill. But I'm not here to get you fixated on anything. We're going to be meeting with a couple of your neighbors tomorrow, and then throughout the remainder of the week, basically dropping off those savings reports with your current bill, what that's projected to go up to, versus what we can get it cut down. Not always feasible for people to save money and then get a new roof out of the deal. Right. But that's basically what we would come back and show.
You have to allow moments for everybody to breathe, for you to breathe, for them to breathe, and them to digest what you're saying, and taking it from a sales pitch to a conversation. And a conversation is where that rapport can start to be built. But it looks like a lot of these guys are just literally going right for the jugular. Like they're just going bam, right to the solar, right to the pitch, right to the heart of the matter. Not a bad thing necessarily, but you'll notice that there's like in none of the videos that we've watched, there's no like rapport and I think rapport is kind of overvalued and overrated in some respects, but none of these have really been a conversation. They've just literally been pitches.
Hey, how's it going? I actually had Benjamin Franklin on here as the owner.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. I'm Carlos.
Yeah.
Have you guys looked?
That's awesome. The dude's name's Benjamin Franklin. That's a cool way to kind of insert some humor or get the guy laughing. That's cool. Dude's name's Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States.
Looked into solar before?
I have. I'm not that interested in doing it right now.
Yeah. What we do on our end is we just get you guys.
That's awesome. The guy's like, yeah, I have. I'm just not really interested in doing it right now. Great. What's kind of been holding you back on it? You know, what's the reason for that? You're clearly interested in it. Why are you interested in it? And what's kind of holding you back on it? You know, I would ask that question. The more questions that you can ask and open up like some breathing room there for them to respond, then it starts to become that conversation. You transition from that pitch to the conversation.
Numbers to see if you guys want to do it in the future and if your home qualifies for the program. Because if it does, they cover the cost of doing the install. So they pay for it. You just get a lower power bill as a result.
I actually have a number I can take because I'm right in the middle of work right now. So I don't have a whole lot.
I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm right in the middle of work. Cool. I 100% respect that, man. I just rolled up on your property out of nowhere. I want to respect your time, respect your privacy. Here's what I'm going to do. I got your name, Benjamin Franklin. What's the best number for you? And then look down on a piece of pen and paper and don't look back at him. Don't look back up. Don't give him the opportunity to say no. Grab the phone, look down. What's the best number for you, Mr. Franklin? And then shut up, just like that. And then he'll give you the number. But this guy wants to get your information and then follow up with you. And that typically doesn't work.
That's on right now.
Yeah, neither do we on our end. Thursday later in the evening?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll aim for
cool. So he's setting an appointment. Amazing.
Thursday at 5:30. If it makes sense, then we can get it set up. And honestly, if it doesn't make sense, I'll be able to know by the utility bill, and then I won't waste your time.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. Hey, I'm right in the middle of work right now. I don't have time. I got to get going here. Awesome. Let's set an appointment. Let me get your information. We'll see you on Thursday. We'll do some fact finding, see what's holding you back, see if it makes sense.
Good.
That takeaway is really important. Like you always want to be willing to take it off the table because what if he doesn't qualify, right? And it just shows that you are willing to accept the possibility that this person isn't a good fit for your program, and it does instill a little more trust when you can insert that takeaway.
How's it going? Hello. How are you? Wow, you working hard or hardly working?
Hardly working.
Oh wow, it kind of looks like it. I just kidding. What is that little weed control?
Yeah, there's a little weed control.
So everyone loves the.
What y'all around here trying to sell?
Yeah. What are you buying?
What you mean, what do I buy? I don't know, of course.
Okay. We're all good. So I'll be real quick for you. I was just coming on by.
That is an amazing opener. That's awesome. You know, he's not wasting time by doing that. He opens up a friendly conversation and she says, "What are you selling?" He says, "What are you buying?" That's awesome.
That's Patrick. This is Logan.
Logan.
Okay.
That's a great way to respond to that, like, I'm going to call it an objection, but that smoke screen of saying, like, what are you selling? And he's like, well, what are you buying? That's a great response, because a lot of people, when they hear that, like, oh, what are you selling? Or what are you selling? You know, when they go into this whole thing, it's like, no, what are you buying? You know, and it opens it up. It allows some breathing room in there.
We're the route managers out here with Hawk Services, and so my company's been allocated out here. Reason why is because you guys have this pond right here, and it brings in a lot of the little baby roaches.
Why is he there? Why is he at her house? Why is he in her neighborhood? He has an amazing reason as to why he's on her property, why he's in her community.
A lot of the spiders as well.
I know, I've been seeing them dead.
Right.
Spread some stuff around my house.
Yeah.
And she says, I've seen it. I've seen the spiders. I've seen them all around.
Yeah, 100%. Someone's got to do something about here. There's definitely a lot of bugs. And so, as well as all the wasps up here, and then of course the mosquitoes are everywhere. Now, do you guys know Nick Johnson? He's the guy that's right next to the guy that has the sprinklers on right here.
You know what he did? He didn't just say, oh, I'm working with your neighbor. He says, Nick Johnson. I'm working with Nick Johnson. That's my customer. He put his trust in me, right?
You guys know him?
No, I don't know him.
Okay.
I know Mr. Bruce.
Great. So we do him, and we do Mr. Cody down the street over here. Cody Lejeune, right next door. So if I can get you guys in with everyone else, I'm doing the whole thing for actually pretty cheap.
So what is pretty cheap?
Yeah, great question. Let me show you what it looks like real quick. Check this out. What was your name, by the way?
They call me Danielle.
Danielle, okay.
What was your name, by the way?
Great. So Danielle, check this out. Everything that we do here, it goes based off the size of your lot. So do you know how big your lot is by chance?
It ain't that big.
What's up?
It's not that big.
Okay, cool. Do me a favor. You don't have a gate, do you?
No.
Do you want to just meet me back there real quick? I just want to see how big it is, and I'll provide.
That's awesome. He's now guiding the homeowner. They're working together now. They're working together. He's walking her around. She trusts him enough to walk with him.
With the best quote possible.
That guy's good. Props to you, bro.
Hey, how you doing, man? My name's Lee. We just finished replacing your neighbor's roof. I just want to stop by and let you know there's a lot of people getting ripped off. Insurance companies have been sending out letters. Wait right there.
Let me be really clear. Like, I've seen some of Lee's stuff and I've been like, dang, that's a gem. And some of Lee's stuff I've seen like, yeah, of course that doesn't work. This is one of those, like, Lee's in Florida. Okay, that is a very, very different market where people are hyper conscious about insurance companies and hypersensitive about insurance companies because the insurance rates in Florida are so high. And he just goes right for the gate. Like, a lot of people are getting ripped off by their carrier. Here's the assumption that Lee's making when he does that. He's assuming that this customer doesn't trust their insurance company and doesn't trust them at all. What if this guy's agent is his best friend? What if he has a good relationship with his agent? What if he believes that his carrier is this amazing thing that he can trust? Well, Lee just shot himself in the foot because he positioned himself on the other side of the fence like he's an adversary with their carrier. And really, that's not how it should work, right? It shouldn't be adversarial with the carrier. It can be sometimes, unfortunately, but it shouldn't be. So Lee just made a massive assumption that could have worked out well, right? Maybe this guy hates his insurance company and Lee's like, just, boom, opens the guy's interest. But he has no idea how this guy feels about his insurance company, what his experience with them is, where he's at with the process, nothing. If you're wondering why Lee got the door slammed in his face, that's probably why, because Lee didn't really do any fact finding here. He went very direct, made a lot of assumptions in that direct approach, and clearly the guy was not on his side of the fence.
Maybe Dad's here.
Maybe Dad's is 12 gauge.
But he shut the door and locked the door. Who does that?
I don't know.
That was weird. Should I give him a second knot?
I don't want to be in a viral video where I have to save Lee right out of the rip.
Okay, all right, fair enough. We can keep it moving. Listen, sometimes My instigation can kill a door-to-door day. This is a little bit different. I'm taking my hat off. Changing.
You'll see that in a lot of Lee's videos. Lee has his own approach. He has his own style. And it's worked for him, but this is what I caution door-to-door guys with. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. That's Lee Haight. That's how Lee Haight does door-to-door. That doesn't mean that that's how you should do door-to-door, right? And Lee said it himself, and he's right. His instigation sometimes does kill a door-to-door interaction. And if you watch a lot of Lee's videos, you'll see that.
Got to use my little bald hair. Goes a long way. Hey, bud, how you doing, man?
Good, man.
My name's Lee. I just replaced.
We're good.
We're good.
You're the boss, right? Oh, what's holding you up, man?
Here's another Lee video.
You don't have insurance? You got a good property, you got it paid for, don't you? The insurance would pay to replace the roof. You didn't have insurance? You have legitimate damage.
No, I had somebody do that one time. It was a roofing company that got the can of worms started on it.
I apologize that you had to go through that. We've partnered with the state in a thing called Pest, and this program is actually something that will pay for the installation of a roof if you qualify, and I would get you a new roof in the next 30 days. As I just want to take a quick look up there. If you have any type of documentation of your insurance, you just get me that. He just got approved, no conditional statements, believe it or not. He only owes $17,000 on this house. If someone can't fix their roof, they may only get an offer of $150,000 for this. Well, by fixing his roof, by getting approved for this white green loan, he's now going to be worth way more money.
I don't know a lot about that program. Like, I have no idea what it is. But I mean, Lee is a pretty multi-dimensional sales guy. He has a lot of different options to help homeowners through that restoration process, whether he can go through insurance. He's has a pretty good solar program. He's got this metal roofing program that he does. Lee's a pretty multi-dimensional sales guy and is pretty good at handling a wide variety of situations. All right, that's a wrap on some of those door-to-door pitches. Props to all those guys who like put themselves out there and put their content out there, and lots of respect for anyone that's going door-to-door to change their life and make a living. The biggest takeaway is that you can watch a lot of these videos and you can learn a lot just by making some small adjustments, seeing what other people, even like Sam Taggart, Sam Taggart is an amazing door-to-door salesman. And, look, he encounters the same problems that we do on a daily basis. And then you could just take away the little things, The biggest thing that I would recommend is like, don't try to emulate someone else's style. Like Lee Haight's been doing this a really long time. For you to try to be just like Lee Haight at the door is probably not going to serve you well. But taking away something like Lee's a multi-dimensional roofing salesman. He has different programs. He has different options to support homeowners through the restoration process. It's going to make him more money. So little things like that, allowing for transitioning from your sales pitch to your conversation, little things like that, will slowly but surely really level your game up.